we're back in.
That's why the people nowadays, for example, that are doing things different, we're the ones that look like we're tapped.
Yeah.
But we're not tapped, we're tapping in.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? That's the best way to put it.
True.
Like,
Wait,
It's true.
yeah, like,
we're not tapped. We're tapping in, bro. I've got to repeat that.
Say that again.
we're not tapped, we're tapping in. Like, it's like me now. I got to a point where it took me, ask him, I say a lot of things before they happen all the time.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Yeah. But I've realised I know what they like here.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? I don't mind going to get what you look like as well. Do you get what I mean? But it's just not, it's not appealing to me. Do you get what I mean? Like the stuff that's appealing to me that make my heart jump or whatever the case is looking after family, looking after my brethren, making sure my brethren's fine or whatever the case. I can sleep at night.
I got a question for Criba, yeah? Criba can start this question off, yeah? You see, like, obviously, like we said earlier, all of us, like, we live our normal lives. And we're trying to do our thing, you get me, respectively. And we've got our families and we're doing whatever. But you see, like, I feel like, and it makes me sad to say this, like, not everybody's going to make it, innit? And the only reason why I say that is because, obviously, it's a reason of a couple of reasons, but this one is distraction. Where I'm getting at is distraction, yeah? You see, like, all of us, like, you know, in our like good or bad, we get distractions, innit? And I just want to know, you lot as artists, like you, Criba, first, yeah, like in terms of like distractions, personal distraction, whatever you're going to talk about, like, you see that word distraction, yeah? Like, how do you, like, you see when you get certain things in your life, like, how do you maneuver when you get certain distractions in your life, in terms of for you to stay on this path? Like, how do you avoid certain distractions and how do you deal with certain distractions? You get me? Because I feel like all of us have distractions on a daily basis, and it's like this conversation, like each of us with whatever we say, we might help somebody out there to deal with their own distractions. You get me? Like, distractions, bro.
Distractions, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Nothing really distracts me apart from the things that should.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you said, family.
Of course,
Even though I love music and I love, but if something with my family needs doing,
you're moving,
then I've got to do that.
Yeah,
like, regardless. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's where maybe I'm not a great businessman. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I've worked in certain big businesses and I couldn't do certain things. They're like, someone would call up and be like, yo, my dog's died. Now to me, that's a massive thing because the dog's part of my family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But my manager's telling me, boys, you got to come into work. My man's balling down the phone. He's not even, his mum's rang me. You know, like, he's a young man, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I've had to tell him, sorry, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think I've lost myself a bit, but you know.
No, with distractions, yeah. So basically, like, do you think, like, you see, like, in terms of, like, sometimes maybe what you're trying to say, sometimes in order for you to be successful in whichever way, sometimes you need to have that kind of, what do they call it, that nasty streak about you to be like, even if certain things happen, bro, the game must continue. You got to say, because a lot of successful people have got that kind of nasty streak, that selfish kind of thing. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, like that. You have to be like that in business, but certain businesses you need the morals because they're part of the brand. Do you get what I'm saying?
Just know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah. But like, for on the distractions, the only thing that really distracts me is my family.
I hear.
There's other distractions like partying and bro, like even you man just said, I want to drink. I'm not really a drinker. I hardly ever drink. You know what I mean? Like, and
love that, man.
I'm older now.
You're disciplined.
No, well.
when I say that, I always say
you just don't get distracted as much as you used to before.
Yeah, I've done a lot young. So before I was 18, I was already I hit my 18th birthday and it's like, what can you do that you haven't already done? I've been raving, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I've lived a lot young and I'm an old soul. So them things there, though. What used to please me or what I needed before, I don't know.
Completely different.
Do you know what I'm saying? Completely.
How about you, Shocks? Like distractions, are you easily distracted? And
I'm not.
What do you think about the word distraction?
You know
in
what
general?
I think your vision will determine how distracted you'll be. If I'm going to the shop now, I know that I'm going to the shop just near the train station, it's going to take a lot to stop me from getting there. Even if the road's blocked, I'll just take another road. But I'm going to the train station. The only thing that can stop me, does that make sense?
Of course.
I've done my grime screw face to that one. You know that, man.
It's true.
Dizzy Rascal boy in the corner.
Sat navs do it all the time. When there's a distraction, just reroutes. The only way you can get distracted is if you don't know where you're going. If I just left my house for no reason, then I bump into Double, and we start talking, but I had no reason for leaving my house.
Yeah.
How long that conversation? That conversation can last as long as it needs to last. 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. So it can. But if I know I'm going to shop,
Yeah.
at some point I'm going to have to be like, S.
Yeah,
Link up. You get me? Do you know what I mean? So I think vision destroys distraction.
I agree.
Without vision,
You need to put
that's the whole point
something
of a distraction. You get me? It's distracting you from finding your vision. Because once you find the vision, you can't get distracted anymore. Because you need to fulfill that vision.
I agree.
So the longer you're distracted, it's the longer it's taking you away from your vision.
Yeah.
Because our stubs, I'm a pretty focused person, but that's because I'm on. I know where I'm going.
You're on your route.
I'm on my route.
You're not allowing anything to, what do they call it, to divert you or
Yeah,
whatever.
to detour me because I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
You need to put something in the sat nav.
How about you,
need
Dubs?
a vision.
I've always had this analogy with Shocka about same thing what he's basically just saying about but my one, I think it felt longer because I always looked at life like this, innit?
Yeah.
So my thing is this: if you don't set like goals, for example, in life. So my goal would be as far as Scotland because that's a long way, innit? Yeah, it takes like a good mean. I gave Shocka another analogy the other day where there's some of us in life that
I guess in Scotland, I didn't expect Scotland.
This is what I'm saying. Because
Glasgow.
that's how far Glasgow. That's how far life is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was like to Shocks, there's someone walking to Glasgow, and it's going to take them like a couple days, and then there's someone that's driving to Glasgow that's going to take them like 5 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Life is the exact same shit. Do
Yeah.
you get what I mean? Yeah. If you've got, we was talking about finances though.
Yeah.
If you've got money, for example,
Yeah.
you might take train that's going to take you 5 hours.
Yeah.
If you don't, you've got car, still another expense or whatever the case is, but you're still going to get there in 8 hours.
Yeah.
And then if you don't have finances, it's going to take you 8 days.
Yeah.
It can still be done,
Yeah.
but
It's
the
gonna
8
take
days
you.
one just might look long and then you're not even bothered to even move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
That's the same thing with life.
Yeah.
If, say for example, I say to myself, another thing, don't be scared to stay by yourself as well.
Yeah.
I think the more you stay by yourself, the more you know what you're capable of and what you're not. I think what's happened in life now, for example, is because we're all in the same space, for example, and we're all on social media at the exact same time or whatever the case is, we're all involved in each other's lives without even knowing it.
Yeah.
So you'll be in your yard thinking, he's got a bust down rollie, I don't have a rollie, I'm not going raving. You've made that decision based on a man's Instagram or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
These times, you yourself, you potentially would have gone there, no rollie, and got the most gal.
Yeah.
So my logic is this: do you believe in your source or don't you, fam?
Yeah.
Whatever you believe in is right. If you don't believe in it, for example, it's not gonna happen. If you do believe in it, it's still gonna happen, fam. So I've got to a point where I feel myself to death. I like me. Do you get what I mean? And I like me without money, without anything. So I could tell I'm naturally like that. If I had a meal today, I'll probably give it away.
It's in the genes, Levi. Levi.
It's in the genes like Levi. Do you get what I mean? If I had a meal today, I'll probably give it away because I know I'm gonna get it back. I'm them sort of man. But the more I spend with certain people, I might think I might not.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Because we might not be on the same frequency. It's just life. It's just how life goes.
Yeah, before we come off this topic, I'm going to go from you, obviously, to Shocks and Criba, What do you think, like, for you personally, from what you see and in your reality, what is that number one distraction to people? Let's talk about what is that number one thing that you think that distracts a lot of people? Yeah. Well, what do you think of that?
I think nowadays, just observation. I think all the people I'm around, for example, I think a lot of people just want the same things. Do you get what I mean? So to a degree, not in a bad way, but they're in competition with each other. Do you get what I mean?
Like consciously or subconsciously or both?
Subconsciously. I think subconsciously, but it's turned consciously because
Yeah.
I think the more I've got older, for example, some people wouldn't have said it back in the day, for example. Nowadays, when I'm seeing, say, for example, like whether it's, I might have brethren or cousins or whatever the case is, for example, and I can see two people, they're even beefing nowadays. Do you get what I mean? You'll find cousins beefing, and I'm like, how did it get there? You both wanted the same thing, and now this one's ego has got bigger than that one, and whatever the case is. I've got to a point where, you just leave them to it, or whatever the case is. Whoever's going to win. You know, sometimes you could see behind the scenes, or whatever the case is. So I think some of us can see behind the scenes to know it's not that deep. And then some of us, for example, have so engulfed in, I would say, dunya, for example. If you
Yeah, dun-dun.
not even dunya.
The dun-dun.
You see, what's them shows, the mosh pits?
Yeah.
If you're in the mosh pit, you can't see left or right. So when you
never
get punched
catching
in
me
your
in a
face,
mosh-
for
you're
example,
never
you
catching
didn't
me in
know
a
where it
mosh
was coming
pit.
from.
You're never catching me in a mosh pit, bro.
So imagine,
It looks fun when you're watching it, but when you're in there thinking it's a different
but
story.
that's even, let me even add the metaphor.
Yeah.
That's life. Some people are in the mosh pit doing that. They don't know where they're going to get punched from. They don't know who's going to come through, whatever. So those people, they're seeing it completely different to the people that's maybe on the stands or on stage or whatever.
I hear you.
I'm on stage just looking at it like, right, he's going to punch you in your face. You're like, chill, chill. You get me? So that's how I look at life now, for example. You can either be the guy that's gauging everything.
Yeah.
You potentially are going to be more safe, for example, and your situation is going to be a bit more structured and patterned.
Yeah.
And then the guy that's in the mosh pit, he might even have a lot of bread. He might even have a knife on him. But you can get hit at any time. You don't know. Do you get what I mean? So that's how I look at it.
Yeah. How about you, Shocks? What's that number one to you? That number one distraction that you see, like a lot of people, you know, being a victim of, or just in general for you personally. What's your number one, distraction that you think?
Women.
Too many. Talk to us. Talk to us.
I should have said that first.
It's the truth.
I didn't want to say nothing,
It's
but
true.
Yeah, it's women.
Mama
yeah.
read my mind.
Nah, relationships.
women-
Because female artists might be doing the same thing with a man.
Okay,
Get distracted.
Yeah, for them, the females is probably men.
Yeah.
I don't think
But
females
but
are
not
more
even
distracted
that.
than
No,
men.
because
Nah,
females
it's
get
not,
to
it's
it
not.
because they're the ones being pursued more time.
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
Yeah,
It's not the same thing.
yeah.
Don't ever think it's the same thing.
Yeah, females.
You're right.
Females ain't spending their time pursuing men.
A
They're the
woman
ones
can waste
being
her time.
pursued.
No, they're
They
filtering.
get
Anything to
exactly.
filter it,
Stroller.
Yeah, I think the biggest distraction
Exactly.
Yeah. Go on,
is,
Shocks.
Women for men, yeah,
is
100.
women
Yeah.
for men.
Why is that? Why is that? Talk to us, bro. Why is
Because
that?
women, we live for women, bro. We dress for women.
They change our
Women, we love
We
you.
got to gym.
Tuagaranyo, we love you. Women, we love
I think
you.
women. I think women and friends, women and your friends are
Okay.
the biggest distraction.
Okay.
Because your friendship
Expectancy.
circle
Yeah.
determines everything about you, really.
And
Like if I just started
expectancy
hanging
as
around with Diddy tomorrow,
Yeah.
You're up.
I'm gonna
Show,
change.
show me your friends and I'll show you
Yeah,
who you are.
that's it. It's the truth.
No.
And
Yeah.
your business
But
friends.
vision, but as I was saying before, vision
Yeah.
counteracts all of that.
Yeah.
Because your vision is going to determine your friendship circle.
Guys, you
If
see
I
that?
want to be a millionaire,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. My friends is gonna change, isn't it? If I'm talking to you, lot, what do you think about being a millionaire? He's like, I don't really like that. He's dropped out. I just have to done. What do you think about being a millionaire?
I'm like, right, it's lit.
Then I fucking. Do you know what I mean? So your vision
Random.
determines your
100%.
friends as
I
well.
agree,
Like,
I agree.
so the answer to is vision. Vision is everything really. Without vision, you're finished.
Yeah.
Can I add to what he said about the girl thing?
Yeah, go on.
The reason women ain't distracted is because you see, as soon as you get dropped out, someone else is coming to collect them.
Yeah, they've got a long way.
We don't have
Guys,
that.
look
No,
at-
straight
look-
away.
guys.
It's even in between.
Shout out Cadet, the monkey bar thing. You get me?
Yeah,
Shout out
no,
Cadet,
man.
bro.
Well, Dabs, look straight into the lens of the camera and say exactly.
worse, man.
No, you know what
I
you
ain't
said.
forgot what I said.
No. As soon as it like.
Oh yeah, no, no.
As
As soon as a woman drops you out, someone else is coming to collect her anyway. Or as soon as you drop a woman out, she's just like, she might be upset for like a week or two.
Yeah.
As soon as she starts putting on that makeup and that dress and then goes out,
It's
give
long.
her like a week. Someone
long.
like a good 3-4 man have come to collect her up. With a man, for example, it's just what you bring to the table.
That's a great point. Do you know why that's a great point? Because reason why men get distracted more, because a man, someone's got coming to pick you up straight after.
Shit looking good.
Now you've got to build your shit back up,
Bro.
to be able to get another team. Whereas girls, they don't have to do much. Someone's
A
coming.
girl-
A man, you could have spent your last wages on her. You could have lost your job because of her.
means
Now I
nothing.
got to get another job, another thing to. It's just a big distraction, bro.
Yeah.
And do you know what the
There's a
maddest part
vape
is?
Yo.
Do you know what the maddest part is? When you do accomplish your vision, they come.
That
Everything it
is-
sorts everything out.
Nah, bro.
Do you know what man said to me? Girls are not going nowhere. Bro, there's more girls in this world than men.
Yeah,
naturally.
facts,
Even
yeah.
in Islam, we get told this. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, my advice to men anyway: go sort yourself out.
Yeah,
Go
get
gym.
yourself
Go
done.
look good. Get your mind right. For example, educate yourself and read this and that. The right women don't say no to the right man. That's the best way to put it. Do you get what I mean?
I love that. I love that.
That's
If
dope.
you come,
That's dope.
if you come prepared and patterned and read this, even her saying no, her mum and dad's gonna tell her, "Are you all right? Is everything okay?" Upstairs?
The right woman don't say no to
to the right man.
I
That's
love
it.
that. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Love
You get
that.
me? You could be the right man though, yeah. A woman can still say no to you because she likes. Women are allowed to like what they like. Us as men, for example, we have to come correct.
Love that. Criba, do you have anything else to say about distractions?
I'd say social media and sheepism,
Yeah.
you know, which goes hand in hand, really. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to ask you a question as well, Criba. Yeah, like obviously, you know, for like I always say, every time I speak to you, I want, if somebody's watching you for the first time, to get to know your journey, to get to know who's Criba. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, how did even for Shocka or even for Double, who they might not know, yeah, and for people they're gonna be watching, yeah, how did, like, just in general, yeah, how did your music journey start, like in general?
Well, do you know what?
Yeah.
The album that Know Your Worth and Weekend Daddy is from is called The Fall and Creation.
Dope.
So it started from a fall, as in
Like
turmoil time in life, and then that all of them emotions and feelings then turned into lyrics, which turned into songs, which turned into the fallen creation, basically.
I'm gonna even bro.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I resonated when you was talking, bro. Finally.
I agree.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? Like, how many years have you been like, you know, like proper like on this thing, that music?
That's what I'm saying. Consistency.
Yeah.
I think we were speaking earlier. I've been, bro. I tried like back in the day, like old school Channel U days, and where you had to
going way back.
MySpace and them things there. I was not trying, but attempting. I wouldn't even say pushing, attempting to break in the industry and the scene. But really, something I always wanted to do. I won't get into why I didn't. But yeah, like I've got kids, family, whatever.
Real life.
Real life shit. But yeah, like I had a massive. The fall was the breakup of the family. So not with my kid's mum and all of that. Having a mental breakdown, pretty much.
It hits different, man.
And then coming out of that, like literally.
Yeah, and bro, Shocks and Dubs,
That's what I'm saying. Kenneth is king, bro.
Yeah,
that was
real talk.
Oh, that's the first project you heard.
Not like that. That was the first project from you that I've heard.
Oh yeah.
But like that was
around
2017.
that time.
2018 was the time that it all happened. So it's kind of like all fitting.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was going through the same shit. But just not with kids. But I was going through the fallen creation.
But even like down, like my dad is kind of in my life. But even like, you know, the dad song.
Haven't spoken to dad.
Yeah, bro.
All of them things, bro.
I'll be honest with you, Shocks and Dubs, yeah? Like, you see that tune Weekend Daddy, that nearly made me cry, innit? For two reasons. Obviously, I don't have the best of, not to go into too much, but I don't have the best of relationship with my first baby mum. And also the relationship I've got with my own dad. This is reality, So it's like, when I first, like, Shocka knows that, you see when people make certain tunes and they just hit your soul. I don't give a fuck. You can be the biggest or the strongest guy in the world. It will hit you, bro. You guys understand? Can we speak a little bit about Weekend Daddy? Like, what was the song all about?
See, that's obviously the whole part of it. Would come in. And you know what?
Fam, that tune was
shout out my baby mum, because
big her up, man. Shout her up.
We've been getting, only recently we've been getting on, but Weekend Daddy was actually like a diss. Like, you know when girls give you that little, you're just a weekend daddy.
Of course.
So it started from it started from that, and I was like, I just started singing on one beat, and I was like, Weekend Daddy. But the lyrics don't kind of match with that hook, because the whole lyrics of the song is bigging up my baby mum and single mums. You know what I'm saying? So that's where so I could have, and there's times when I've been very hateful and spiteful and want to say nasty things, and I have said certain things that I won't ever release. I think we had this convo before.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying?
Of course,
But I thought, like I said, flipping it. I went to flip it, and like, you know what? You're being, I don't want to say the B word, but you're being a bit nasty to me. Have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's your praises. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to kind of fix a relationship as well, and just praise her for the good things. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, man. And even going into it, Shocks, even like, I watched a conversation of you like not long ago with Discovery on a podcast. And when I was watching that conversation, one of the things, obviously, once again, another beautiful conversation, innit? And one of the things that stood out in that conversation, one of the many things that stood out was, you see when you spoke about, you see like the mental hospitals, the conditions in there, and what they could do to make it a better place for people to heal and recover. Like, do you want to talk about a little bit about that? Because I feel like this message is so important. Like you said in there, like the more, maybe somebody might watch this conversation or that conversation and be like, you know what? Like you said in there, like somebody might watch this and say, my mom or my dad or somebody that I know, like I've gone in there and I'm not really happy with the way things are in there. Let me make a change. Like, can we speak about it?
Someone actually approached me on the back of that interview, actually. Big up a woman called Jamie. We've been working so close, and like
another powerful conversation, man.
I actually performed in the hospital section yesterday with Romeo, and like it was fucking epic. I went back on my ward. I saw my room, but do you know what? everything I was saying in the interview that I want them to do in mental health hospitals, they did it they've got like a new buildings. When you see it, it was everything I was talking about.
Bro, look at the universe.
Yeah, it's nuts. But what I was saying to Jamie, the woman I was telling you about, they need to take what they've done in that hospital to every single ward around the country. I don't know how much money, but I know they got the funds.
Of course they got their funds. But people at Shocka...
When I walked in that hospital, when I walked in the new builds yesterday, it didn't even feel like a hospital. We all kept saying it. It felt... We even spoke to one...
It feels like prison.
No, brother, it felt... We spoke to one of the patients.
They basically panicked.
And he said, he said we're in a travel lodge.
Oh, okay.
And that was the best way to
normal
explain it.
wards and stuff.
Oh yeah, feel like prisons.
They're pretty much, they have the exact same... I've never been into one, but I've seen...
A few people,
FaceTime and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, and when I'm looking and I'm seeing everything, it looks like a prison.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I've seen inside a prison, but it's like the same thing. It's a little bit more hospital-y. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If they can replicate what they did just now in St. Agnes, the new buildings, they can do that to every ward around the country.
That'll be
even in the new buildings. They've got this graft, that they were showing me that I didn't see because I was a patient, so I didn't get to see all this stuff.
But
now I went there as an artist, and I saw like, you know what I mean? When they were showing Romeo, I was watching look at this. But they showed this graph there that shows like how many people was coming in from the old buildings before it was like how it is, and how much it's dropped now since the new buildings. But when I was in there, I'm not gonna lie, it was a vibe. As weird as that sounds,
No, it's true.
it was. They've changed it. They've even got this woman.
That's what it should be.
I met this woman yesterday that did. They've got like murals in the hospital. So like the wards are named after flowers. I was on Tulip Ward, so I didn't understand why the fuck is it called Tulip Ward. I didn't get it, but then yesterday I went on Daisy Ward and Tulip Ward. It's all named. It's all colourful and bright. But there's this woman that painted like murals in there. And I met her. She got sectioned there 20 years ago. And she come back and painted the walls. So we had a conversation, and she was just saying how she had a vision that next time she comes there, it's not going to be as a patient. It's going to be to do work. And she fulfilled that vision.
Bro, that's beautiful.
And she was saying as soon as they did a post on Instagram saying they're looking for artists to paint the thing, she signed up for it and she got picked. And then they've got to show her work to the patients because the patients are going to be staying there. So they've got that they want that around them. They the whole process, like she was destined to do it. The whole process of getting, it's a long process. It took a year before she actually got her work in there.
But it's worth the year.
Yeah, and
if you're ready about it, you'll be patient for it.
So so what I was saying in that interview about all the changes that need to be made, they've done it in there. They just need to take it all around the whole country.
I think, and in all fairness as well, because I think you're an advocate, you get what I mean? My thing is this, you know how I think as soon as I start seeing things, for example, that's something that whoever that did bring you there, for example, you can go talk to them and feel like, oh right, like how do we go about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool.